McKittrick Farmers Mercantile, local foods, weekend restaurant and market, banquet and luncheon hall, entertainment venue, and local education classes. www.themerc.com.
Good morning and welcome once again to another episode of Joey's Experimental Kitchen. Thank you for coming once again, my live studio audience, to the McKittrick Farmers Mercantile. So today we are going to make a delicious recipe featuring sweet potatoes. A lot of people start to eat sweet potatoes in the fall, but many people don't try to do many experimental things with them. So this was a recipe I learned for a recent wedding celebration here at the Mercantile. All of the guests really raved about it. It's so delicious and different. It's called Moroccan sweet potato salad. So, to make this sweet potato salad, which also has a fantastic dressing that would be excellent for a bean salad or maybe even a coleslaw. But for the sweet potato salad, you just start by, of course, peeling your sweet potatoes. Now, sweet potatoes should be available at your farmer's market this time of year. They store for a long time. They're loaded with a lot more fiber, vitamin C, and vitamin A than ordinary potatoes. And also for this recipe, you can substitute some butternut squash or even cubes of roasted carrots or any kind of red vegetable. Or if you'd like, you maybe try regular white potatoes and part sweet potatoes. There are lots of different kinds of sweet potatoes too, which many people don't realize. Some of them are yellow, some are orange, some are red, all different flavors. So peel your sweet potato. And then, as I said, a lot of people are intimidated by big vegetables like this. The safest and easiest way to do it is put your knife on the middle with your palm flat, push down through it. And this is a good way for pumpkins, sweet potatoes, or any of those bulky winter squash, right? Keep your fingers away from it. Then once you've cut it in half, you have two flat sides. I turn it over so I have a flat side on my cutting surface. And then using, as I said, the flat part of my hand, push down. So they're kind of hard and can be a little difficult to cut. So I always go with the flat. I slice it one way, then I lay it flat side down again. And then slice it the other direction. This way, you're cutting safely with a flat edge on your cutting board. And you won't be in danger of cutting your fingers. So, you want to cut into whatever size cubes you like. The original recipe called for 1-inch cubes, but I kind of like mine a little smaller than that, and dainty bite-sized pieces. So, once you've got your potatoes diced, you're going to roast them in the oven until they're just al dente. Al dente means not quite done. So they'll still be a little firm. This way they won't fall apart in your potato salad. So I just put them here on a cookie sheet. I have my oven preheated to about 400 degrees. I'm going to drizzle them with a little olive oil. Mix that up together. And then roast them, keeping a good eye on them so they don't get overcooked, as I said, for about 10, maybe 15 minutes. You'll see when they're done because they'll be started to caramelize a little bit, still a little bit of firmness, and yet done enough to eat. So once you got your sweet potatoes roasted, put them in a bowl. And then have your ingredients, the other ingredients for the sauce, ready to go. So for this delicious Moroccan style potato salad dressing, we're going to use olive oil. It's actually quite a bit olive oil, and I think you can cut back on some of this, but the recipe calls for a third of a cup olive oil. Lemon juice. Again, chopped fresh parsley, basil, cilantro, whatever fresh herbs you'd like to use. A little crushed garlic. This is about 2 teaspoons of crushed garlic, and you might have seen my show once before, and I said I like to use a lot of garlic. So I peel a bunch of bulbs ahead of time, like 4 or 5 bulbs, Then I grind them all up in my little mini food processor and store it in a jar in my refrigerator with olive oil. So I have it ready to go. I don't like the flavor of that minced garlic you can buy in the produce department because they use some kind of chemical preservative on it, which to me doesn't taste good. But this does taste good. The oil picks up the flavors and keeps the garlic from drying out. So that's our garlic, or you can use fresh garlic, of course. A little bit of salt. I'm using some kosher salt, cumin, and sometimes when I've made this potato salad, instead of cumin, I've also put a little bit of cinnamon or some ground ginger or Cajun seasoning. Experiment with whatever spices your family likes. And we like ours a little bit spicy, so I have this Moroccan hot chili paste called harissa, which is made with chilies, garlic, and cumin pureed together. But you can just use ordinary cayenne powder or any kind of hot sauce. And there you have it. Stir it together. And again, you can make this recipe up ahead of time and leave it in your refrigerator. Moroccan potato salad. So, who from my studio audience would like to come up and try a bite of this delicious Moroccan sweet potato salad?
Oh, I'd like to try some, please.
Suzanne Bowser, come on over! I had a little bit of sweet potato salad I had made earlier in the day, so the flavors had more time to blend. So I'm going to let Suzanne have a try of that. There you go, Suzanne.
All right. Oh, that's very good.
Yes.
That's very good.
Sweet potatoes are so much more
Very good, very good, John. It's good. It's got a good kick to it.
There you have it. And as I said, this would be a nice vinaigrette as well for a bean salad or coleslaw or other types of salad. So there you have it. Bon appetit. Thanks for coming once again to Joey's Experimental Kitchen.